Do you want to start a small business, but you don't quite know where to start? It's easy to find the resources to determine what you need to do. But I'll just share with you briefly, and then you should research for your area what applies. Okay, so you say, you know what, I'd like to have a small business, but I don't have a clue where to go. Well, you first of all came to the right place as your first step. So this isn't really a straight talk video. We'll call it straight talk job tips. Maybe we'll call this in the small business advice column. But you're going to have a business license pretty much anywhere you go. That's going to cost you 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks, maybe $100, depending on where you are. You want to have a name of a business, right? First of all, if you know it's something that you love to do and you want to make it a business, okay, first determine what you're going to want to do, right? And then once you've researched that it's going to be viable in your area, it's going to make you some money, or has potential to make you some pretty good money. Now you're doing the following things. You're coming up with a name. You're going to be getting a business license. You're going to be developing you're going to get potentially an EIN number, employee identification number. You're going to determine is it going to be a sole proprietorship, a limited liability, an S corporation, a C corp if you're bigger, what have you. Is going to be a partnership. You have to research that, determine what that's going to look like. You're going to have to determine what type of website are you going to have. You will not be in business long without a website, right? Get a good web developer to develop a website for your industry, maybe a web developer who is experienced in doing websites for your industry. With that, you're going to also want to have a business Facebook page or whatever social media kind of fits the clientele that you're going after. So it may be any one of dozens of social media platforms that are out there depending on the time of this recording. So whether it's Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, the rest. You want to have a presence, Pinterest perhaps. Have a presence in those social media platforms, Twitter, X, whatever it's called at the time of the recording. And you also want to do really, really good quality work. You also, I should say this, back up a little bit, you don't want to make your business the world's best kept secret. So you have to be able to advertise. You have to be able to promote your business. You'll be getting an online presence within the search engines, and as of this recording, Google is the big one. Then how do you rank on Google? You got to get to the first or second page of Google. If you stay back in the third through the 15th or 20th page of Google, people won't be able to find you very well. So you got to research. You need to research how do we get on the first page of Google without paying crazy money for people to say, I can get you there. They can't just get you there. Okay? It takes some work to do that. And there are other channels that talk about that. But you want to have a discoverable presence within the search engines. You also want to then do whatever your specialty is, you want to have really high quality work. We're going to talk about some financial stuff in just a second, but have really, really high quality work. And remember that quality is more important than production initially. Yes, you may have to, I got to pay the bills. You may not have another income coming in. Okay, you've got to go after and get the volume. But let's assume that you have enough money in the bank to float you for a while, or there's another income in the family, and this can take some time to take off. Focus on quality first, volume later. Because if you start off like gangbusters, but you're putting out terrible quality, you will get terrible reviews. And then people, they won't want to use you, and your business won't last. Okay? Location is another topic for another day. But assuming you have a good location, if in fact it's location specific, you've got the building, done the build out, all the good stuff, you've researched that, you're in. But now we're talking about you're there and the quality of work versus the volume of work coming in. If you're putting out high quality work or good product and really good, and I mean really good customer service, 5-star customer service, then people will talk positively about you. And every customer encounter you have, you should be telling them that you are building your small business and that you'd be honored if they would go online, give you a great 5-star review and direct them to a very specific site, either Google or Yelp or whatever the flavor of the day is. I should say the strongest one in your area might be. It could be Facebook. It could be some other site. Whatever the strongest is in your market, then promote that platform. For example, in Alaska, where as of this recording we are with our small business, very few people use Yelp. They just, in our industry, they just don't. Google's the big deal. Facebook is the big deal because so many people here have a lot of people outside of Alaska in what we call the lower 48, the mainland of the United States. So Facebook is the big deal. It's the big deal here. And Google is huge here. But in the lower 48, Yelp is huge. All depends on where you want to focus as far as the building the number of 5-star reviews. So especially if you know that you've provided a great 5-star experience. Say, look, I really appreciate your business. Would you be kind and kind to give us a 5-star review with some great commentary about our work in Google, and I can send you the link to our review page, and focus on that. So you can do business, is my point. You can have a small business, and there are certain steps to do, and then lots and lots of other things we could talk about that we won't in this channel, or this video, to make that small business successful. But it doesn't take a lot of steps. Again, the name, the business license, liability insurance policy to make sure you're covered. If you have employees or not, you'll determine if you have to have workers' compensation insurance, a bond, those kinds of things. Only takes a few steps, and you can be in business, but you can do it. You can do it. Sometimes having a small business is much better than working for somebody else. Kind of depends. If you're already in a $200,000 career with incredible benefits and insurance and whatnots, it may pay you just to stay right where you are. But having a small business is not as difficult as it might seem, not as daunting as it might seem. So if you want that, you can do it. And there will be other channels, other channels, yes, but also other videos within this channel that'll talk about some more specifics about that as we continue developing and growing this channel. All right? Well, thank you for watching. Hope this helps you a little bit. If you got value from this, please like, subscribe, share, do all those great things. And I'll see you in the next video.